I'm talking to someone else about a workshop, and it's a business workshop where everybody's from a different industry. And she asked me, how are you going to speak to people when they're all coming from different businesses? And you don't need to say her name. We'll call her Linda. I said, Linda, listen, this is a perfect chance for me to educate you on stories. Every story has a physical, surface level journey, the plot that we go on. And there's an endless amount of those, right? Story can be about anything. But then we have the real story, the heart of the story, the emotional journey. And there's only a handful of human emotions that we have. And really, you can reduce it down to two. Is it going to help me or hurt me? Is it going to cause me pain or pleasure? This is the essence of storytelling. I know JJ was talking about survive and thrive, right? That's what the story brand model is built off of. There's only a few things we care about. So I was like, Linda, it doesn't matter what business they're in. The problems that they solve are only going to hover around a handful of primitive things that we care about as people, right? Is it love? Is it financial stability? What is it that we're trying to solve for them? So you can flip it. This is a completely polar opposite situation. You all are doing the same thing. The same model can be used. Yes, you're doing the same story on the surface. We sell houses. We help people find their homes. But you have this heart of the story underneath it. You're all realtors, but you're all different people with different approaches and different experiences and different obstacles that you've gone through and different life lessons that you've learned because of them, right? This is what you need to tap into to separate yourself so that when things do hit the fan, when the shit does hit the fan, you understand what you uniquely do so you can find another path in order to do that. This is what I want us to do, is start thinking about what we actually have. Change our perspective and see what we have so that we're not just struggling and being stuck in that pit. We're being objective with our story and realizing what we actually have and how we can flip the script and maybe use the things that we have to get out of there, no matter how embarrassing or creative, whichever way you want to flip the script. Start thinking about what you have. Start off with, you got to get going. You got to have to take action. You have to do something, and please do something different to switch it up. Then as you move along, you change your perspective. You flip the script. You don't stay stuck in the same position, right? Change your perspective. Look for the opportunities that present themselves along the way. Mitigate your risk. Stay malleable. Stay looking at the bigger picture. Mitigate your risk all the way. But most importantly, understand the end of your story. That means who you serve, right? Because if you have a clear understanding of that, of where you're going, now we're zooming back out and looking at our story as characters, right? If you have a clear understanding of where you're going, I help people leverage storytelling to do their work better, then it doesn't matter which way you go to get there. And when something happens, like a global pandemic, you can pivot, you can twist, you can try another path because you know where you're going, okay? This is how you're going to move forward, change your perspective, dig yourself out of the pit, turn your pain into power, and take control of the rest of your story.